Hello, world. Warmest welcome to World Humanitarian Drive's Inspiring Millions Show. This is the show where we celebrate brilliant minds from around the world who share with us their story, one story at a time. So it's our 61st episode. Ready to maximize your skills and talents? Our special guest is Dato Syed Mohamad Bin Syed Murtaza, President of Penang Amateur Athletics Association and Penang State Chairman of St. John Ambulance Malaysia. We'll get to know his inspiring story in a short while. Thank you for joining us live or in replay. I'm Vivandrada O'Flynn, your host and Global Media Relations of World Humanitarian Drive. World Humanitarian Drive, also known as WHD, is an international NGO founded in Croydon, UK, by British Indian global peace activist, entrepreneur, writer, Dr. Abdul Basit Saeed. The primary vision of WHD is to promote peace, education, and trade harmony among everyone across the world, regardless of race, gender, religion, or nationality, living as one family. WHD is striving for humanity. This Inspiring Millions Show is your show. As always, we encourage you to engage and interact with us. Please help us spread inspiration to the world by sharing this link. Join our discussion by putting in the comments box your greetings, comments, or questions that you would like to ask our guest, Dato Syed Mohamad Bin Syed Murtaza, also known as Dato Aidid. We would love to read them later on in the show. So wherever you are in the world, let us keep you company and brighten your day as we share love, peace, and goodwill. Happy Universal Day of Culture and World Art Day. Today, we're celebrating the culture and art of sport with Dato Syed Mohamad Bin Syed Murtaza, President of Penang Amateur Athletics Association and Penang State Chairman of St. John Ambulance Malaysia. Dato Aidid is a board member, Managing Director of Bayview Group of Hotels, former President, International Motorcycles Manufacturing Association of Malaysia. Let's all welcome a multi-achiever who is well-versed in business, corporate, entrepreneurial exposures, sport, and inspiring the world. Dato Syed Mohamad Bin Syed Murtaza. Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much for joining us today. How are you, Dato Syed Mohamad?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Waalaikumsalam. Thank you for your greetings. All right. It's delighted to be in this unique setup and to be with you and the listeners. I'm confident that this sharing of experiences about life at my young age of only 75 years old, feeling young and feeling good and delighted to meet up with you. Viva O'Flynn.
Thank you so much. And thank you to Professor Dato Dr. GP Doraisamy, Secretary General of WHD Malaysia, for arranging this discussion. So let's get started. Dato Syed Mohamad Aidid, could you please share some of your background of your family, such as your parents, your siblings, your wife, children, and your education, academic qualifications?
Yes, I will. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share about my life. I must openly admit that I'm only 75 years old, came from quite a unique setup of families. My dad is an Arab, my mother is a Chinese, all right? A cross marriage of an Arab and a Chinese woman and have me here now, all right? And very surprisingly, that if you ask about my parents, all right, my dad is unique. He lived to the age of 105 years old, and is more unique because he managed to be a bit mischievous, having 5 wives. Okay, one of them happened to be my mother. And when people ask me, "How is your mother?" I said, "No. How are my mothers?" All right, it's so unique in life. Well, I move on in life, and subsequently, I went to school, improved myself, study in a primary and a secondary school. I'm still wearing the school tie, which I left 53 years ago. And it was called the Penang Free School. And from there on, I improved myself and started working at the age of 21, even though I had intention to go to the university in United Kingdom. I had a place in the Strathclyde University, but I decided not to go because at that time, my parents' business is not doing that well. So I started to work as a car salesman, as well as only earning about 30 to 40 US dollars a month, but subsequently move myself, improve myself, educate myself with whatever income I have. And I managed to join another international company called Shell, which is in the petroleum products. That's where I spent about 5 years. And from there on, I improved myself, trained myself. And with that good income working in such an international company, I also have a schoolmate whose father at that time was a business associate to my father and a billionaire. I wanted to work under this billionaire. So I decided to train myself, educate myself. I went as far as US to improve my command and communication ability in the English language. I spent many days improving myself through a voice pathologist in the part of Los Angeles in the state of California. And then subsequently, I went to further attend courses in London to improve the way I carry myself, the way I smile, the way I handle people, and almost thinking that one day I could become a movie star, all right? But that helps me to what I wanted. And subsequently, this billionaire was impressed with what I could do and invited me to join his organization. This billionaire is illiterate. He only speaks a very local dialect, and which I also were able to speak because my mother was a Chinese. And I managed to work for him. And after the interview by all the professional people, I was put face to face with this billionaire. You know, one simple question he did ask me, how many hours do you sleep a day? I said, I sleep only 5 or 6 hours. He said, you start working for me tomorrow. That's it. That's how you get a job. So from there on, I inspired myself, improved myself, learn as much as I can, work here, work there, and earn as much as I can, save as much as I can, and then move into other organizations and companies where they provide me opportunity to invest, to work. And that's how I enjoy what I'm doing, enjoy what life offers you, and never forget to serve the people, and never forget to do charity, and never forget to share love and happiness with people around you and with anyone that you are in contact with. Love and care is very important. Relationship is very important. I'm married. I've got 2 children, a boy and a girl. I have 1 granddaughter now, more than 1 year old now. And that's how I'm still active. I'm pretty married. I have not been able to achieve my father standard. I'm still with 1 wife, okay? That's how I am. So I'm here actively at the age of 75, serving in many organizations, offered opportunity to serve and not to be served, but to serve. In many organizations, I've been offered to serve, like to be the chairman of the Port of Penang, to also head the State St. John Ambulance Organization, sports body, automotive body, many organizations. So this is something which I feel that set your mind, all the people today, and have an agenda, plan, educate yourself, improve yourself. Never let yourself be in just not being there. Make your presence so that people will always keep an eye on you and you keep an eye on other people. This is I wanted to share with everyone. Do not hesitate to do more than what you have been asked. That's where value added to you and to your family. Do more than what they have asked you to do, because that will add remarkable value to yourself and to add value to earn more in the near future. Many people are reluctant to work overtime. I work. As I said, I only sleep 5 or 6 hours a day. And today, I'm only sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night. That's it. I enjoy what I am. I'm now being fully employed in 10 companies at a young age of, as I said, 75 years old, all right? And I've got other investment in Malaysia, in Australia, in Thailand, in Vietnam, in Indonesia. And that's it. I managed to visit such places. But of late, I was not able to because of this COVID-19. So I'm still hanging around back in Penang, Malaysia, and cannot wait to travel overseas again for my rendezvous, as well as for my fun with the companies where I have invested, and to engage with all my loyal, diligent workers and staff. Without them, I will not be here today. They are the gold and diamonds of the organization. People never forget. I will never forget all my loyal and diligent staff. They make me what I am. And I will always appreciate them, giving them good package in salary, in bonuses, and even those who can't afford to buy a car, I will buy them a car, let them use, and once they paid up, I'll hand the car to them. I already created several millionaires within my organization. So you cannot think for yourself. You must share the wealth. You must share the happiness. You must share the success. You stand together, not you standing tall. All of us stand tall for the good of the people, the nation, and also the world. And we must not forget Almighty, what we are here today. We actually belongs to the Lord Almighty. So these are some of the things that I wanted to share openly about the principle and the aspiration of being alive at this young age, because I learned from my father, who lived to 105 years old. He worked until the age of 100, and he stays at home for 5 years. So I'm also targeting, I'm only 75, so I plan to work another 25 years and also then decide what should I do after that. So it is such fun, it is such invigorating, full of life every day, waking up after 5 in the morning and go to bed after I finish my work of today. After this is a local time in Malaysia, it's 9 p.m. I will go back and finish my work. I will never go to bed until I finish my work at 1 or 2 in the morning and wake up again in the morning again, feeling free because I finished the yesterday work. This is how I live on. I never feel tired. I never feel anything else but fun, and love, excitement, serve well and be happy, and always be diligent to serve, diligent to work, and diligently serve others as others will help you as we work together in this aspiration of togetherness, of partnership. Yeah.
Thank you, Dato Aidid. That's so interesting and so inspiring. So, Dato Aidid, we would like to know more of your occupation, your employment, and how you rose up to the rank and file ladder in the business world. So, how you got to be where you are today. So, and also your present scope of work, how you manage your business development both in Malaysia and in foreign countries.
Yes. Oh, thank you. You first is you cannot manage alone. You need the people. the diligent staff. As I said, I call them, they are the diamond, they are the gold. Without them, I would not be here. I've got my organization well organized, but the key is the human relationship. The people that manages all my organization, I care for them. I attended their wedding. I attended anything they invited me. You will not be surprised when any of the family members of my staff pass away. I will make sure I make time to attend the funeral. And if the family members, men, I will always kiss the dead body and say thank you. This is how I live. I feel that you must be able to remember others. They make what you are. It's just that we always think of our egoistic, that we are very successful. No, no. You can't do it anything on your own. You have to provide the leadership. You have to provide the answers for them. You have to guide them. And when you make success to them, they will never forget. And some of them are successful and they offer me to participate in their organization as partners. So this is how you serve. As I said, my work is interesting. You name it, I have it. I have hotels, I'm in manufacturing, I'm in trading. So I've got many things to do. Of course, I'm not involved in nightclub. I don't have nightclubs, all right? And so I spend in many industry. As I said, automotive industry, manufacturing industry, hotel industry, service industry. I even own and operate 3 dialysis centers that look after the lower income people, to look after in these dialysis centers to provide dialysis facilities for the lower income people. This is how I do it. I serve diligently without asking for publicity, never seem to hand over a check to any organization, even though I'm involved with St. John Ambulance. I've recently sponsored an ambulance for the organization. So this is it. I even organized the first international marathon in Penang, where only less than 1,000 runners took part. And today, there are thousands who are taking part in the Penang International Marathon. I've done boat races. I've run many things. I've run supercross, motorcycle competition, boat competition, power boat competition, and also beauty contest. I hosted the Miss Universe at Malaysian level, all right, in Penang. So these are the things that provide me. I even organized, they call what? Ballroom dancing, sport dancing. So this is it. I really enjoy myself, giving time, money, and effort to promote. And lately with this stand down of the COVID-19, some organization I even provide vehicles as lucky draws, sponsored those cars for them and improve their business. So I do it with a kind heart, with intention as we together, we grow the economy, we together grow the wealth, we together at the end of it share what we have. You can't take it away. You will always need to share and inspire others to serve, inspire others to be successful. I cannot imagine in this part or any part of the world, if we have many very wealthy people living together. Wow, everybody will be so happy. So these are the inspiration that I feel that share together in partnership as a happy family, look after one another. I will never let down anybody who asks me for anything. I even saved people who wanted to commit suicide, give them a new life, inspired them to start a new life. And I went through in 1988, I was running the port of Penang. A very serious accident happened whereby the platform of the ferry collapsed due to the people who wanted to board the ferry. I'll never forget it happened at 31st July 1988 at 4:40 in the afternoon. I was there trying to manage the crisis before, during, and after. You never believe 31 people died in front of me. 1,700 more were hospitalized, and one died later. I have to take charge, answering, looking after the affected family, assuring them the welfare, the care, the understanding, and the sympathy I share with them. And I have to face the authority. They even had a royal commission to inquire what has happened, who is responsible for such a tragedy. I put it onto my shoulder. I take full responsibility. And here I am, still doing my job, and now still the chairman of Port of Penang. So this is how I feel that life, elaborating about life, sharing about what we have, and without hesitation, extend a helping hand. If you can't give in full, you should always contribute a small investment to help people out. This is how I've been brought up by my late father and my family members. Always serve with a kind heart, serve with generosity, serve with love, tender care, and put your vested interests aside. This is how I've been brought up. Yeah, any other questions you'd like to share with me, Viva?
That's what I did. It's just great that you value relationships, how you share with others, and how you're involved in so many things. So I've seen your profile. I think it would be really interesting to share this with our audience because there's just so many things that you're doing. So these are all the things that you're doing. Sports, and then you're chairperson for many things. And then you're a trustee, board member for several things. There's just so many things that you're doing. And how do you do it all? That's what I did.
You manage your time well. I always on the move. People always spend 8 hours a day in their office. I've got so many offices. I move around in my car with a driver, and anything they want, they just call and I'll be there. All right? Yes, most people will only spend time in the office. No, I spend time, have my daily agenda and work, visiting my operation, visiting my people, everywhere. I'm always available. Even today, the day-to-day signing of checks, I signed it myself. I did not assign it to any other people. I take full responsibility of any happening, anything that would have gone wrong. I would inspire, I would serve without hesitation and take full responsibility of every action of myself, even any of my staff. If they don't do it right, I will meet up with them, talk to them, share with them. You know that we deal with people's habits, behavior, expectations. That's how you need to polish them. You need to encourage them, and you need to provide the leadership as well as the inspiration, as I use it. You can't let them go unless they cannot be able to be improved. Then you will have to meet them face to face. Either you learn a new job. I've got experiences promoting people up the organization until a certain level. But when they reach that level, they will not be able to perform. And I move them around too. And subsequently, they realized that they wanted to be demoted. But once you move up to a senior management position, I cannot demote you. So I said, all right, you have a choice. Tell me, what do you want? Maybe you would like to start something new. And he said, yes, I would like to open a small workshop. Then I said, how much is the capital you need? And I give it to him. There was one occasion, a gentleman who came up through rank and file until reached a managerial level, and he wanted a capital to start a motorcycle workshop. I gave it to him. And subsequently, after 1 year, he failed. And he complained to some very influential people that called me and asked me, what have you done to this gentleman, which is happened to be within his village? And I explained to him what I've done, promoting him from rank and file, from a supervisor, he became an assistant manager and a manager, but he couldn't fit in, and he wanted a capital to start a small repair workshop for motorcycle, which I did for him. You know what this man say? Influential enough, told me, you are just too much. I said, yes, I must make sure that he would able to live on, but I've done my part. So these are little things that you share. These are little things that you commit yourself to serve. But I must be always grateful when I saw the lifestyle of my father, my mother. They inspired me to do such things until today. And now I'm encouraging my son and my daughter to do the same. That success would mean making others successful, you become more successful. This is something which is not easy to share. This is not something that you just think about yourself. As people always say, they are only successful. No, no. You must get others to be with you to be successful too.
That's what I did. So let's talk about sports now. You were a very talented and high achiever in many athletic sports competition. Could you please
Yes.
highlight your sports enthusiasm and involvement in Penang, Malaysia, athletics, rugby, football, hockey, Penang Polo Club, and the world famous international Penang Bridge Marathon?
Yes. Yeah, I was inspired because in school I used to be very active. I participated in the track and field. I do 400 meters, 400 meters hurdles, 800 meters run, and I participated in soccer. I participated in rugby, hockey, and many other sports at the school level. And then subsequently, I got involved in the Penang Amateur Athletic Association as the president. I have served, I can't remember, maybe 30 years as the president. And I organized the Penang Marathon, as I said earlier. When I had the first marathon, there was less than 1,000 people participated. But today, we have thousands of participation, and we have to limit the numbers. As I understand that organizing such an event, you have to work hard to raise the funding, the sponsorship, and with my good relationship in the business world, getting sponsorship has been quite an easy affair, getting them forward and giving them the mileage, the publicity, and even to the extent if you said sponsorship, I assure you a return of investment. I've just been a businessman, all right? So I'm always enjoying what I do. I played polo before. I still horse ride. I still have 2 horses, all right? Once a while I go and ride, feeling good because my dad used to ride, and that's how. So we feel that we enjoy what we are doing. So never too old.
That's what I did. We understand that at age 75, you still participate as a senior runner in many competitive master veteran athletics games in Malaysia and in the Asian region. So can you please share your experiences and achievements, and would you encourage seniors and elders to actively participate in sporting activities?
Yes, I would encourage. I still run 100 meters, 200 meters, but of course now I'm doing about 15, 16 seconds for 100 meters. And do not undermine that some of this event, if you are a very good soccer player, you could not only play for your country, you can also play for the global international league and become rich in playing soccer, in even playing golf, in many of such sports. If you put a deep commitment, tennis, many others. So I feel that if you are inspired, as you would like to see yourself other than just working for people, taking up sports like golf, tennis, and many other such activities, you could reach a high level of not only achievement, but you would expand your income and your pocket too. This is something that I would like to encourage the people that who are inspired, who would like to go into the sporting field, sports and games too. You can make good income. So I not only participated, but I organized. There was one occasion I signed up with a package to participate in the London Marathon. Many years ago, they confirmed my participation. I bought the package. When I arrived in London, checked in at a hotel, they did not send my numbers to the hotel. And I could not participate in the London Marathon, but I spent 1 week in London, enjoy London hospitality, the lifestyle with my family. But when I returned, I saw them. They refunded the whole package with an apology that they forgot to send the entry of my running vest number to the hotel. So I had a free holiday in London. How nice, isn't it? So I ran many parts. I went to Istanbul, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, Taiwan. So I run. Well, of course, today I do a shorter run, like 10 kilometers. No more running a full marathon. But I still do 100, 200 meters, all right? But the interesting part in track and field is to do 400 meters hurdles, where you got to run 400 meters and jump 10 hurdles. That is the most interesting part, which I try at my last time. I did a 400 meters hurdle when I was 40 years old. And then later on, I try again, but I couldn't. On 2 occasions, I fell from the hurdles, but I never get myself hurt. So I decided now to just run 100 and 200 meters. That's it.
That's what I did. So age is just a number. You could participate in sports activities. There's really no hurdle when it comes to age as well. So Dato Aidid, could you kindly elaborate more on International Penang Bridge Marathon Run? How does this marathon sports brought popularity to Penang and Malaysia?
Yes, it is. As we started in the late 80s, I must admit that the first international sponsor was Cathay Pacific Airways. And then subsequently, a few years later, the Malaysian Airlines took over the sponsorship, and then subsequently with other main sponsors. So we're able to build it up until today, where more than 40,000 people participated. We have the full marathon, we have the half marathon, and the 10 kilometers. So this is something which I feel that he has expanded and put Penang, Malaysia, in the global map of marathon, been recognized by the organization like the Association of International Marathon and Road Races, AIMS, that this is a very well organized marathon. To the runners, it's easy. You just train for months and they come and run. But being the organizing chairman, as well as the race director, you have to put everything in place: security, safety, medical, and on one occasion, one of the runners died during the marathon. And it's so sad that we have to communicate with the family. And I sent a very senior officer to inform the family. And you know what the family said? He died. He died in what he loved doing it. So these are the things to all these people who have come and run in Penang Marathon. They really enjoy, and they have been coming back to run for many, many years. And also we provide a lot of excitement other than giving them the finishing medal, the vest, as well as some of the top runners will enjoy some cash for their success in the Penang Marathon. And also we offer a lucky draw, a car for the potential person who is lucky enough to draw and take a car home. This is it. So these are little things that we put it to the people. And these are things that we inspired, encourage everyone to come to Penang. The Penang Marathon this year is again on, after 2 years, it's going to be on the 11th of November, 2022. So all those who have not signed up, you're always welcome. Go online, you should be able to find and come back, visit us. Penang is a lovely holiday island. We love you. We welcome you at all times. And Penang has got plenty to offer. And one of the exciting part about Penang is there's so much delicious food in Penang. You can come and eat in the morning, lunch, tea, as well as breakfast. Penang is one unique city. Nobody sleeps. You can have supper even at 3 in the morning, no problem. It's a very unique city. You can have supper at 12 midnight. You can go somewhere and have fresh food, which is available, not in a 5-star hotel, but at the small restaurant or roadside cafe. We eat and eat and eat here. So I'm not that fat, okay? So I must encourage people, eat not too much. Look after your health. Health comes first too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dato Aidid. So the next marathon is on the 11th of November.
December.
December. 11th of December. Okay. So
yes.
Dato, you were also a leader in Penang Polo Club equestrian sports. So could you please elaborate on what are the basic criteria, requirements for aspiring youngsters to be involved in equestrian sports?
Yes, we had it very actively in the early days, where we have even polo tournament. We also have equestrian. But lately, all this, because of the restriction, all these activities has been put on hold. We hope that we could inspire, we should encourage again such activities to grow with the younger generation, to come up and take such sports of equestrian, polo, and many other things, which I believe can encourage the younger generation to come up and ride on horses again. So we would like to look forward to reactivate such activities in the near future.
It is often said that polo is a game of the rich and for the royals. What is your opinion on this, Dato Aidid?
Yes, we had it many years ago. And then after that, the members are then move out of Penang. Their children move out to other states or gone overseas. That's why the club has now not been able to be active again. So we look forward that some of them has come and talked to me that we should reactivate the polo activities in the state of Penang. We even have a field called the Penang Polo Field, which is a unique field that is catering for polo activities. It's all initiated during the early days of the British, and then subsequently come on to the local community. So it is something that we feel that we should re-inspire and rework on it to have the polo activities active again in the near future.
So Dato Aidid, they also get to feel that when they play polo that they're rich and royals as well, that they're royalty.
Yes.
Because it's what
it is not easy. You need a few horses. 2 kids to play polo, you just cannot have one. All right, yeah.
As the chairperson of the St. John Ambulance Malaysia in Penang State, could you please explain on your role, duties, and involvement of members in activities at state levels and also at the national levels, Dato Aidid?
Yeah, yes, I do. I do spend my time at the state level and the national level to serve what I've been needed to serve. More so even in the several years ago, as you already did understand, that I was one time the Malaysian motorcycle president for the manufacturers. And then at the Asian level, I was the Federation Asian Motorcycle Industry president, and subsequently served in Geneva as the IMMA, they call the International Motorcycle Manufacturing Association, based in Geneva. So I feel that this is an opportunity where I have been able to serve at the national, regional, and at the global basis related to the motorcycle industry. And I feel that this is good, giving me a chance to have a deeper comprehension of how to deal with people, not only in the business, but also at the level of the association, so that you were able to participate, comprehend, and share the aspiration, as well as how you assure not only the industry, but also the safety of the riders, because many accidents happen due to the riding habits of motorcyclists all over the world. So it is our role being involved, talking about safety, not only being trying to make the money, but talking about safety for the riders. And we even in this country of Malaysia, unique, we even created a motorcycle lane where the motorcyclists will go onto a motorcycle lane to ride their motorcycle, which would protect them and give them more safety. And also all over the world now, they must wear safety helmet. And also now they're talking about introducing ABS, okay, braking system to the motorcycle. So these are the things that I'm confident that the current leadership will look into, provide stronger comprehension, provide the safety, as well as to educate the riders. Safety comes first, as well as not only the riders, but also the other road users. We share the road, we share the safety, we assure the safety on the street for not only the riders, the drivers, but also the pedestrian, as well as the not only the motorcyclists, but also the cyclists. We have a commitment, we have a role to play together for safety.
Thank you, Dato Aidid. So you discussed motorcycle safety and also cyclists, pedestrians, and you're also the chairperson of the St. John Ambulance Malaysia. So in a way, it's all connected. So, and also, we also understand that Dato, you are very much involved in the tourism promotion sector. Could you please elaborate on your involvements and achievements with the many things that you're doing, such as the Penang Port, Penang Tourist Center, Tourism Entrepreneurial Center, Malaysia Tourism Council President 1991 to 1994. That's a lot.
Wow, yes, thank you. Yes, we, some of the groups of company, we operate hotels, which I used to serve. They have hotels in Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand. And also we have involved in companies that do tour, inbound as well as outbound, as well as we have products that we provide for the tourists. We feel that tourism is also a very important industry that provide employment, that provide and comprehension of interrelationship of people coming to see what you can offer, but not only welcoming people for inbound tourists, But we also have people organize outbound tourists for people to visit other parts of the world. But historically, we have done not only providing visit, but we also provide training for the people who come not only for holiday, but to inspire them with new knowledge. We have people coming to Penang to learn how the art of printing the batik, making printing. The batik means a type of print that makes into a material, and they were able to learn the art of printing. So these are the things that we feel that not only in encouraging people to visit your country, as well as to encourage Malaysians to see what they can learn from other countries, but to have an exchange of ideas and knowledge so that we are much more understanding in the global context of living together and being inspired as being a human being. You and me are the same, except that we only believe that if we can come together, we are all together. So the tour is always how you make it so interesting. It's not only enjoying looking at the products, learning some new knowledge, learning some new aspiration, learning something from others, but also understanding the behavior, the habits, the character of the people when you visit them. If you visit a country like Japan, you'll be able to have a better understanding the lifestyle, the people who carry themselves in Japan. And if you go to a country like Thailand, again, you'll be able to learn something from them. So when they come to Malaysia, so they will also be able to learn something from us, not just looking at touristic products, all right? So you'll be able to have a greater comprehension of togetherness. So I feel that tourism is also an area, an industry which can create millions of dollars, but which also can create a comprehension of understanding of one another, learning from one another, and also learning about lifestyle, habits, as well as exchanging knowledge in this context of global humanitarian understanding, sharing, helping one another. So these are something that people never see it, because tourism is something that bringing people together actually. Do you realize that? You have a chance to interact when you go to a country, you will stay in a hotel, you will eat in a restaurant, you're beginning to see people. And when they come to your country, they will be able to see what is happening into your country. So this is something which people never realize deeply. And the good characteristics you should acquire and follow and improve yourself from what your observation and practice it. That's what I did. I want to improve myself. I spent time, I went to US, I went to United Kingdom, I went to Japan. I want to know how the lifestyle, so that when I interact with international or with people of different races, different religion, I'll be able to work together, stay together, understand them, and inspire one another to this living togetherness. That's why I feel tourism is fantastic industry.
It really is fantastic. That's what I did. Today is also World Art Day, and it's great that you mentioned art of printing. I also like what you said about exchanging knowledge, and we have virtual audience watching us from different parts of the world. So let's just say hi to them. There's Win Wonderful. There's John O'Flynn saying greetings from Ireland, and Win is saying greetings from Manila. Tongi Gra is saying greetings from Philippines. Vincent Fong is saying hello, Dato. Happy is saying watching from Luzon. Jem Bridges is saying hi, watching from the UK. And what a wonderful vision of Dato. Paula Patricia Roque Perez is saying watching from Bulacan, Philippines. Mujib Manjil is saying greetings. Vincent Fong is saying, you're very awesome and inspiring. Dr. Billy Tang, he's saying, greetings from Malaysia. Happy Andrade is saying, fantastic show and guest. Marlon Hechanova is watching from the Philippines. And we have a question from Tonggi Gra. With a pandemic, many people had to leave or lost their job in the hospitality sector. We see nowadays in certain countries, France, for example, a real lack of manpower now that business is picking up again. Some do not want to go back to the industry. What do you think hospitality business should do to make the sector more attractive than it was before?
All right, so it is. Everyone in the tourism industry, they are facing the new challenges because the workers that used to work in this industry for the last 2 years or so, that they have lost their employment, and some of the facilities, the hotels, the products, the restaurant had been closed. And now they have just started to reopen it. And the former staff or workers are reluctant to return back because they used to stay at home. So I'm confident that the players of the industry will have to encourage them to come back to work with a new lifestyle, with new terms and conditions, making them more meaningful, value to the company, of value not only to the company, but to the people. You see, people never realize that in the hospitality business, hotels, airlines, you always come across many people. Beside the people you work with the management and the owner. Actually, you have a chance to interact with many people. Even if you are at a reception, you receive people. You understand them. I always tell people, do not forget that this person may one day be so inspired with the way you carried your work. He or she may offer you an opportunity to become or to work for him. There was a story of a very interesting happening in one of the hotels of the world that somebody, an owner of a hotel, went to a small hotel and it was raining and he couldn't leave that particular hotel. And the resident manager said, well, we've got no rooms. Our hotels are full. Why won't you sleep in my hotel, in my room, in this hotel? And he stayed there. After that, after one night, he said, I'm leaving, but don't worry. When I build my next hotel, I will invite you to be the general manager. And subsequently, he was invited and became a general manager. So these are the things. Even in an airline business, you do not know whom you are looking after. There could be great opportunities. And today, people never realized, they thought that it's only a working environment. As I said, I want to serve a billionaire. And I learned as much as I could. So that subsequently, he offered me a chance to work for him, serve him. And today, I must admit that I'm very comfortable in my life. I've got properties in many parts of the world. And I also have small hotels so that when I go there, somebody can look after me, all right, and my family. But these are the things people never realize. Every opportunity. I tell you of an incident of a Malaysian student who studied in the same school with me. After he graduated, he went to work in the city of Dubai. He wanted to earn more. He worked very hard. He worked during the day. He worked overtime. And then he still said, I do not earn enough. Then I said, why won't you go to another country, which I nominated? And he went there. And because he's so good looking, handsome and all that sort, I said, you just work as, especially where you have full contact with the guest. And he works at near the swimming pool. He serves coffee and everything. And with his kind hospitality and intelligence, those people who came and have holidays in that place even offered him to fly to their country and look after them. And subsequently, he was given the opportunity to work there. And now he's back in Penang, Malaysia. He's a rich man. The last time I met him, he said, Dato, I own 7 houses. My father used to be a trishaw man. Today, my father operates a coffee shop. So never forget, go back to work, because you may have the opportunity, not only the environment of the people you work with, the hotel general manager, the management, maybe the owner, but every hotel guest is a potential opportunity that for who may offer you a new career, a new life, where you can even be more successful than what you have today. This is my encouragement, because you have a chance to serve. You have a chance to interact with people and inspire. So these are the things. Come back to work. Don't stay at home. You will never have contact. To be successful, you need mentoring. You need people to pull you up. You need people to pull you to another level and another level. That's what happened to me. That's what most successful people came about. So you must have the right connection, the right relationship to be even more successful and to earn more in your life of today into the future. All right? Come back. Come back to the industry. This is one industry you have a chance to interact. And don't forget, every guest that comes to your property, more so those 5-star hotel, there could be millionaires there looking for someone. And maybe this millionaire may be looking for someone to marry. So you cannot tell. Or someone that he or she needs to work in his organization. And there you are, serving him or her. And subsequently, you move up the ladder of success, the ladder of being rich soon. Come out. My encouragement, come out and work. Don't stay at home, and don't waste your time. Time is flying. If you ask me a question, there was somebody who used to ask me, do you know how many 1,000 days you have from the day you are born until the day you say goodbye? Some people say maybe 50,000 days. No, it is only 25,555 days. That is only about 70 years. I have passed that already. I'm already on bonus days already. So these are the things. Come out to work, contact people, serve people, and there is always an opportunity. He or she may be looking for someone. He or she may be looking for someone that fit his organization. I have gone around and offered employment to many people, and subsequently they came and worked for me. I even have an hotel in Vietnam, which is now managed by a lady who used to be only a housekeeper in one of the 4 or 5-star hotels in Hanoi. And my hotel in Da Nang, she is now my general manager and my business partner. She is a single mother looking after 3 children. So these are little things, yes. But today, she is a partner in the hotel and looking after the property for me. So these are just examples I wanted to share with all diligent listeners related to the tourism industry as well as the hospitality industry.
Thank you, Dato Aidid. So we have a comment from Professor Dato Dr. G.P. Doraisamy. He is saying, Dato Syed Mohamad, I am glad and gifted to be with Penang Amateur Athletics Association as one of the vice president, and being under Dato's able leadership As a president since the 1980s, I had also participated in the special senior runners category as part of your relay team. I'm amazed and thrilled to watch you running speedily past many other senior runners. And at present age of 75 years old, you still possess the energy, desire, physical, mental strength to participate, compete with the races and win races. So his question is, what and how would you advise aspiring senior people to get involved in sports?
Yes, senior people, most majority people, they reach a retiring age and they slow down. So my encouragement would be, don't talk about you have to retire, yes, but continue what you are doing. One of the best activities is learn to walk, like half an hour to 1 hour a day. Just walk around. That would strengthen your muscle. That would give you an inspiration. And subsequently, that would give you a new feeling of being healthy again. And watch your diet. Don't overeat, all right? When you have nothing else to do, what do? You sleep and eat and sleep. So this is it. As everyone is given 24 hours a day, yes, but how you spend it effectively, taking care of yourself. I never forget, there was a remarks been made in one of the books or magazine I read. It said that a man who looks after himself communicate a lot to the world. A man who looks after himself communicate a lot to the world. That means if you keep yourself healthy, happy, people will always inspired to look up at you. And not only to the man, but also to a woman. When you look at a woman who looks so healthy, you will always not only try to look once, but you try not only to look twice, but you even try to stare and see how she looks so pretty. This is very important. All right. I always feel so sad when people walk so slowly and losing their balances and all that sort. So my encouragement is learn to keep your health, learn to walk, and also sweat. And mind you, eat what is needed only. Don't overeat. And that's why when for the last 2 years, I want to say, I think most people have put on weight. I'll be able to not only maintain my weight, but also to reduce my weight. I keep myself happy, actively, and even though I cannot leave the house, I would stay at home and do some exercise, all right? Yeah. I wanted to share something very interesting, okay? Staying at home during the COVID, all right? So one day when you have to stay at home, you've got your wife will have to do the cooking and everything. And then one day, my madam asked me to do something, which I told her, I've never done it before, for years. I said, for years, I've never asked, I haven't done it. You know what she did? She asked me to peel the onions, which I have never done it for years. And tears came out of my eyes because you have not been doing it for years. So these are the things that you have to continue doing it, updating yourself, and keeping yourself relevant until the time the Almighty asks you, return back. So keep yourself healthy, keep yourself active, mentally, physically, emotionally. This is very important.
Definitely, it's important to look after yourself. That's what I did. And then Jenny Lin Ngai is watching and she's saying, I agree with you, Dato Syed Mohamad, watching from the Philippines.
From the Philippines.
Yes, Dato, I did. And then also, well, earlier you were talking about tourism industry, and then so now with COVID, people have been staying at home and having their home businesses. So as well, Professor Dato Dr. GP Doraisamy has a question. What is your advice to business industries in the post-pandemic period? Will the endemic change the way that businesses are operated?
Yes, of course. Today we are now opportunity to move out from home. There's opportunity now for you to go back to work, as I said, and there will be opportunity for people to interact to a limited arrangements. Okay, so I feel that time for us to pray and have great belief that we'll go back to a normal life in the near future, where we're going to live together happily together. So we must always have this confidence in what we are and what will happen. Nobody ever thought that this COVID-19 lasted for 2 years. We must be grateful it only lasted for 2 years, and now we have now opening to have interaction. So we feel that this is also, these 2 years has taught us to learn a lot, to understand a lot, and to prepare ourselves that anything can happen. As my age of 75 years, I've gone through many things. I've seen many things happen. I've seen Asian monetary crisis and also many other things, as I had to face and answerable for a tragedy and all that sort. This is life. The challenges of life, you take it with confidence. You take it that this is something for you to understand and further enhance your knowledge, your experience and skill, and make yourself more valuable to serve yourself, your family, and the people. All right. So these 2 years, it is a learning thing. And now we're going to back to a new norm in stages. We have to accept that.
Dato Aidid, you are one of the leading entrepreneur businessmen in Malaysia and in the Asia Pacific region. Do you have any business tips to people who want to be entrepreneurs, to have their businesses? Do you have any tips for them?
Yes, sir. As I shared with you earlier, is look around, look around, look for opportunity for people who are successful, who are already there, who are making millions, finding an opportunity to connect with them, finding an opportunity to serve them or to be near them. This is one way. Or also look at new products which are already available globally. But today, this is a challenge because products are available online. You can buy anything online. Historically, any product, those days, you have to take it back to your country and start selling it. But today, you can buy anything from any parts of the world online. And how the next one is, there is opportunity. How to service these products. This is a new challenge. Do you see, it's not so easy, even your mobile phone. You find that it's very hard to find people who is able to service your mobile phone. And what you do is you replace with another mobile phone. But to me is, when it comes to service, that's where you can earn a substantial amount of income, because there is, historically, many years, there was no mobile phone. Today, there is a mobile phone. Historically, during my time, we only have engine, which is not the modern engine, which is called a hybrid or electrical engine, right? Those days, we only have the motorized engine. Even in the production floor today, where many of the equipment are very digital. So my advice to all is to acquire new knowledge, make yourself available. And I realized that even in my manufacturing, we are transforming the manufacturing process from a motorized process to a new digital hybrid process manufacturing. So these are the things that you must acquire and make yourself relevant and have the opportunity to be able to get the job, grow with it, serve it. As I said, learn from those who are successful, and that's where you have a chance to grow yourself, your knowledge, your skills, and the experience. So look for a good mentor, be near him or her, and there is always an opportunity for him or her to bring you on board. And that's where you're going to be successful in the near future.
Thank you, Dato Aidid. Professor Dato Dr. GP Doraisamy has a comment for you. Dato Syed Mohamad, I still remember the unforgettable, painful incident of the collapse of the Penang Port Ferry Terminal that happened in the year 1988. So you were then the chairman of the Penang Port Authority. And also, he had tears in his eyes to witness that Dato was there dealing and tackling the crisis management on the spot. So congratulations to Dato. I am learning so much from your able leadership, especially on crisis management, and best wishes to Dato from Professor Dato Dr. GP Doraisamy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for his kind words and thoughtful advice. Thank you so much, Dato Doraisamy. Thank you. Thank you.
And we also have a message from Dr. Anil Kohli. He's the WHD Secretary General in India, and he's saying he's watching. And Jenny Lin Ngai is saying, amazing transition indeed, Dato Syed Mohamad. Challenges teaches us this time not just to be competitive, rather adaptive to be more valuable and relevant.
Thank you. Thank you. Make yourself available, not available, valuable. When you have valuable, everybody will still look for you. Not only available. Good remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inspiring so many of us. You were elected and were appointed into various business ventures and entities as a board member or chairperson. Among these companies are Bunsu and Credit, PBA Holdings, Hunza Properties Group, Globetronics Technology, GRB, HICOM, International Motorcycle Manufacturer Association, Federation Asia Motorcycle Industry, Motorcycle and Scooters Assemblers and Distributors, International Investments in Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Australia, Managing Director, Bayview Group of Hotels, Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, and New Zealand. So what do you love most about what you do, and what is your involvement in all the above ventures?
Yes, to me, I've learned a lot. I serve diligently. And from what I used to serve, I'm able to acquire knowledge, skills, and experience, which people are quite reluctant because you have to forego many of your time to acquire this intelligence, this knowledge, because you always feel that, well, I only need to work 40 hours a week, and why should I spend more time? A day is only 24 hours. As I said, I gathered so much knowledge, foregoing sleep, sometimes foregoing my time for my family. And by acquiring such experiences, knowledge, and skills, I'm still available, not only available, but valuable at the age of 75. Valuable at the age of 75. And at 75, most people would have retired, all right? And that's where I say, acquire it without hesitation. When you have that knowledge, the skills and experience, people will look up to you. This is something I would like to encourage and share with all ladies and gentlemen which are with me. I feel that this is where you have a chance to continue working, continue being relevant, continue not only be available, but also valuable like a diamond, which is always shining in you, which people, when they pass, they would able to see what you have. This is my advice. Being valuable, even at the later part of your age. Even when I look up to my father, when he was 100 years old, he's still busy signing checks and everything. So I find that that is wonderful, to be valuable at the age of 100 and still going down to his office. He was able to drive himself. So this is something which inspired me, making my life that, nothing is impossible. If you keep young, you keep healthy, you inspired, acquire. I read a lot of books, still reading every day, all right? Reading very good magazine, reading books. I even continue to subscribe magazine from US called Success. Yes, this is where everyone should read and continue reading without hesitation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato Aidid. What would you consider are your principles in life?
Oh, principle in life, yes. Care, love, and do what you need to do to human being, anything living, animals, plants. If you can, I cannot hesitate. If I see even I come across a dead bird, I will pick it up, take it somewhere, bury it without just throwing away into the dustbin. So you must always do your part to anything that's living and serve and understand. And the most important thing, those few words of care, love, kindness, and befriend to everyone. Serve well, and others will serve you too, and Almighty will always help you. This is something I want everyone to have. Basically, be care and care for others as others will care for you.
Thank you so much, Dato Aidid. Here's a question that we always ask our guests. It's our final question. So
Yes.
what is your inspiring message to the world?
Yes, the inspiring message to the world. We are together, we live together, we share life together. Yes, we are all in a happy family. All right? We are together. We are in a family. All right? So we are a family serving one another, helping one another, and without hesitation, care and love, kindness and thoughtfulness should always be in our mind and our heart.
Thank you so much, Dato Aidid. We have another comment from Vincent Fong. Fantastic quote by Dato, being valuable.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
honoring
you.
us with your presence, words of wisdom, and inspiring the world with your story. In honor of international recognition for your virtue and persistently serving and inspiring humanity with your noble deeds, World Humanitarian Drive would like to award you with an Inspiring Humanitarian Award.
Yeah. Thank you.
So congratulations and thank you so much for inspiring us. And it's just, we're so inspired by you. So congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
why I
you so
did.
much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll just leave you with 3 little words. I love you. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we would also like to share an inspiring quote by our guest, Dato Syed.
Yes.
Here is his inspiring quotation. Could you please read it for us?
Yes. In every success, hard work is necessary. If we work hard together, strive together, make us all stand tall. Oh, I can't read the other part. Okay. It's been blocked. This meeting is, yes, unable to. All right. So it's been blocked. This meeting is been live streamed. Okay, I don't know. So I would not be able to read because there's a blocking to that. Can you readjust a bit? Bring the words up a bit.
Oh, bring the words out. Okay.
Yeah.
Your quotation, Dato Aidid, is in every success, hard work is necessary. If we work hard together, strive together, makes us all stand tall in the future. Help the nation, help yourself, help your family, help the world. When we work hard together, nothing is impossible. So thank you so much for inspiring us today.
Thank you. Let's walk together. Let's all walk tall together in life. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Dato Syed Mohamad Bin Syed Murtaza, President of Penang Amateur Athletics Association, and Penang State, Chairman of St. John Ambulance Malaysia. We hope you enjoyed today's discussion with Dato Syed Mohamad Bin Syed Murtaza, that it motivated you to get active into sports, give thanks to the Almighty, and value your relationships in life. Here on Inspiring Millions Show, we present you with brilliant people from around the world, so feel free to connect with them on social media, and together, let's make a difference in the world. We definitely all need inspiration, especially in these times. Listening to people's stories enrich our lives. So if today's discussion inspired you, please like it, share it, send us a comment. Do share with us your takeaways from today. Follow us on our social media accounts. Click subscribe on our YouTube channel, WHD Media. Visit our WHD website, whd.org.uk, for more inspiring events. WHD would like to greet all those celebrating their birthdays as special milestones this week. Happy celebrations. To our Muslim family and friends, we wish you Ramadan Mubarak, a blessed Ramadan, a happy Pathandu, happy and blessed Tamil New Year, and a blessed Holy Week to our Catholic family and friends. Have a wonderful Easter weekend, everyone. On behalf of WHD team, especially those working behind the scenes, WHD Chairman Dr. Abdul Basit Saeed, WHD Director of Global Operations, Ms. Sarah Wilson, WHD's 12 Honorable Secretary Generals. We thank you, our virtual audience from around the world, for joining us and supporting our show. This has been World Humanitarian Drive's Inspiring Millions Show. I'm Viva Andrade O'Flynn. Please join us again next week as we celebrate Earth Day and inspire the world here on Inspiring Millions Show. Thank you so much.